Is this working? Oh, hi Travis. So I wanted to show you really quickly, this is what Unity looks like. Make sure I'm actually recording. I think I am. This is Unity. This is just a game engine that a lot of companies use to make games. I can't really think of any right now. There's a ton of games made with Unity. Escape from Tarkov. There's a ton, I can't remember. But yeah, so it's just a free engine. It's kind of like Unreal Engine 4, anything like that. Basically everything's here, so I'll just show you what this kind of looks like is... When you push play, after you make it, this is like a splash screen, so you would put your company logo here. I just picked this macabre image because I like it. It's pretty. This will lead to the main menu that we program. When I click on New Game, it leads to a cutscene, and a cutscene is just forcing a camera to go through an area. You add some music, you add some voiceover. Really, I just made terrain here with trees and grass, and then lead up to this spooky cabin, and nothing really happens. Because it was just like a concept to see if I could do it. So then you'd have some kind of dialogue, and something would happen here, and it would lead you to your first scene here. This is our first scene, first level.
Oh, where am I? I need to get out of here.
And it looks terrible, but you know, it's my first one. Yeah, so I just threw on some assets just to test them. They don't have collision, so you can just walk through them just for testing. But everything else has collision, like these walls, and these doors, these lights that we made. And then, like I mentioned, there's an invisible box, a rectangle box, right here, and as soon as you step over it, it triggers this event.
Looks like there's a weapon on that table.
So we go over here. Pick up some ammo, which will affect our ammo count. Here's the gun, and then there's an arrow here. As soon as we pick up the gun, arrow disappears. It's got this gun. Spooky. The animation on the zombie wasn't correct, and I left it there as a reminder to always look at that, because its animation is a janky business. It's not too hard, I just left that one. I'll show you another animation here in a second. But this, programming this, once again, there was an invisible box right here that when we triggered it, it flung the door open, changed the music to attack music, and then it set this guy on a path to kill us. And he would just follow you until you kill him or he kills you. And you can take like 4 hits or something, and then if you take more than that, I've made a game over screen, you die. Otherwise you have to hit him 4 times. So we come back over here. And here's our next door, and a key with a little glowing effect. If we open the door, it's locked. So we have to pick up our key and open. So nice and simple. Here's a doll. You'll notice, once again, invisible box right here. We walk through. Creepy. And you can't really see it, but there's a bad guy there, a creature that is animating properly. This one I made animate properly. And as soon as we step over this threshold, it'll trigger him to come stalk us through this area here. So we step through, and here it comes. He's coming after us. And his AI is basic. He will just always take the shortest distance to us. So sort of like a Resident Evil zombie, we can loop him by just running around, and then he'll turn around and take a shorter path. This creature, however, isn't programmed to actually attack us. He's just gonna push us around, get in our face. He also can't die, because he's not programmed with any health. And then as soon as we leave this area, his AI scripting only lets him walk in this Nev Mash area. As soon as we walk over here, he can't come any farther. He's trying to, but he can't. It's like an invisible wall where he can't leave. And that's basically it. So that's proof of concept. This took a while to make, but in total, if you watch those tutorial videos I was telling you about, it's like 12 hours of courses. And then, because I'm going to forget how to make all this stuff right away, made these nice big sexy notes, basically just writing out everything that the guy did, and then you can just look up how to make something again here. And then of course, because you don't want to be writing scripts over and over and over again, you really just have to like copy and paste it, and I just put it in here for reference. But we'll go back here, and I'll just show you the scripts just look like this. I'll just show you one over here. Like, show you the first script over here. We just look up here in the hierarchy trigger. It'll probably be under first trigger. Then turn on the mesh renderer, and then there we go. We can see this is that first trigger. If we be first trigger, 1 second, scripts, sequences, be first trigger. It'll take you to Visual Studio, but really it's just any kind of C# programming thing. They're all basically the same. But all of this is what tells the game to do everything. And when you watch the videos, he explains it one at a time. So you start picking it up, like the kinds of things that you need to add. We had to add in telling Unity that we're using its UI system. We had to tell it this public literally just means, hey, these things here are going to be in your script here, and you're going to have to put something in here. You're going to have to put in the player, that's us, walking over the trigger. You're going to have this text box when it's said, looks like there's a weapon on that table, the guide arrow activating, and the voice line. So literally a script is just saying, hey, go fetch these items that are in your assets, and then do these things. And most of these statements are usually if-then statements, right? If this, then that. And that's basically it. And then this script you modify for, as I mentioned, the doll making noise, the creature attacking you, and that's basically it. So yeah, I am playing with this. It's much easier to use than RenPy for a visual novel, because that was like it wasn't really a programming language, whereas this is an actual programming language, and it's much easier to use. So yeah, that's it. That is our very special edition of The Scary House.